Hi guys, this is my dog. His name is Bullet, and he's a 5-year-old German Shepherd. And I've already taken him to 3 different vets to see, well, what is the issue. He has really severe constipation and painful defecation, straining, and at this point, I don't know what to do. And the vets don't know what it is, and they just keep prescribing medication, but it doesn't seem to be helping. And the last vet that I took him to, I still have not bought in the medication because it's so expensive. And really, I don't even know if it's going to work. Um, he's also getting very thin in his lower back area. I don't know if you can see it in this picture, but um, he is getting thinner, but he is eating. He's willing to eat, but he's just unable to defecate, and he is getting thinner. In the next picture, this is what his um, anal area looks like, and as you can see, there's also there's inflammation. There's like a lot of skin that is around his anal area, and this happens specifically when he's pushing or when he's trying to defecate. And recently, before, he would be able to defecate, but it would be very painful, and I had to give him a lot of fiber, pumpkin every day and olive oil in his food just so he could go. But he was able to go, but he would still strain. And now he's not able to go at all. And as you can see in the picture, you could see the poop, but he's not able to actually defecate that. It pops up, but it's not able to actually come out. That it's very painful for him. He's crying in pain, and before, he was able to pass stool, and again, if I give him olive oil or pumpkin, then it comes out normal like this picture. Um, and then now, and then sometimes, even if I give him olive oil, or if I don't, sometimes he'll get bloody stools. Even if I give him fiber, he might still get bloody stools, and now he's not able to defecate at all. This is the first vet that saw our dog, and it was a mobile vet, and he prescribed these injections and medication. And the first time he prescribed this, it seemed to help, but he still had the straining, and I had to make sure to give him the fiber. And he prescribed this medication recently, about, I believe now it's 2 weeks ago, but it has not reduced the inflammation at all. So I don't think they seem to be working at this point. They don't seem to reduce any inflammation. This is the second vet that I took him to, and this was in an actual vet. It was like a small clinic. The doctor said that it could be perianal fistulas, and she said that they were not common in German Shepherds, which is not true. I actually did my research before, and it's actually very common in German Shepherds, just due to the fact that they have a different, structurally they have a different kind of body, and sometimes if they hurt their hip area, it could even affect their ability, to go to the bathroom and a lot of other issues. So she prescribed antibiotics and a topical ointment, and I paid for the antibiotics I did not pay for the topical ointment. I didn't have enough money to pay for it at the time. But I also wanted to wait and do further research on the ointment to see if it would work, to see if it was worth paying for it. And I found out that there, um, in forums, that people that tried this type of medication and it didn't work. And it was multiple people that wrote, their experiences with this type of medication. And so just, sometimes you don't always want to trust what forums say. You don't know if people, use it correctly. But if multiple people are posting this and are writing the same experience, there has to be some truth in that. Also, I asked them to have his anal glands, cleaned. Still had this issue even after this was done. Um, it didn't seem to change anything. He was still able to defecate. The vet also did an anal exam and she confirmed that he doesn't have any tumors, and there's no possibility of prostate cancer at all. And she confirmed that. Also, she recommended that he have a blood test just to make sure that the medication wouldn't affect him. He tends to lick his anal area, and he also tends to eat his poop. When he was defecating, he would eat his poop, and I read that that is because they will eat their feces because it's more easier for them to digest it, or more easier for them to extract it afterwards. This is the third vet I took Bullet to. This was a larger hospital, emergency hospital, and I took him for a normal appointment. And the doctor also confirmed that it is perianal fistula, and he said that it is normal and common in German Shepherd breeds. He also did an anal examination, and also put Bullet under sedation to do the examination, and he confirmed that it is perianal fistulas. But I don't think that he was able to see the inflammation that I'm talking about, because it only happens when he's actually trying to defecate, when he's actually pushing, and specifically when he's pushing, that's when you can really see the inflammation come out. So I don't really think he was able to see that accurately through that examination, because at that point he's not pushing, he's laying down on the table. I also requested that they do x-rays just to make sure that he doesn't have anything lodged in his stomach or in his rectal area. And according to the x-ray interpretation, they said that he doesn't have anything and that everything appears to be normal. My other concern is that it could be a perforation that at this point has become so inflamed, just because of an open wound, a wound that has been open. But the x-rays don't really show that, and I'm assuming an ultrasound will, and I'm actually considering doing that just to make sure that he doesn't have any perforations. Also, the only thing the vet noticed in the x-ray is that there is hardened stool in his bowel area, and again, that is because he is constipated and he's not able to pass the stool. And later they were offering me if I want to proceed with an enema. This was via email, or to give him Marilax, and I don't see how that Marilax can be prescribed with fiber I mean, why are you prescribing fiber if there is inflammation? You have to actually solve the root of the problem first, solve the inflammation, reduce the inflammation so that the stool can pass. To me, what it seems is that these vets they're just expensive. They keep mounting more things to pay for. He keeps prescribing these a diet and then the medication, but never did he mention, hey, this I've had these patients that also had the perianal fistula. This is what happened. There's a 50% chance, or there's no actual certainty. So to me, that just tells me that, why would I trust what you're saying if that you don't have any proof that this recommendation or this solution has actually worked with your other patients. um, and not to mention the actual medications are expensive. One of them costs like $800, which I did not buy because after the consultation and all the other fees that they add, such as the sedation and then the x-rays, and then for someone to interpret the x-rays, so many different fees. Obviously, I couldn't even afford to, at this point, pay for that medication. I still have the prescriptions there. I went to ask just to see how much it cost. The other one cost $20. And I'm just trying to do more research beforehand before giving my dog these type of medications, because you just never know. In my visit, I told them that my dog has constipation, and it even says that on the uh, results. And the only option they told me was to give him Marilax. I called another day afterwards, and they told me that we can do an enema. You can bring him back, and we can do an enema. And I thought, I'm not going to. First of all, it took a while for me to bring him there because it was an hour away, and now I need to pay another visit. You couldn't tell me that while I was there. Now I have to pay another visit to do this enema. So that's what I'm trying to say is they keep, oh, pay for another visit. Oh, you want more information? Okay, pay for another visit. Oh, you want more help? Okay, pay for another visit. It's just, and so at this point, I'm just really fed up. I'm really fed up with all, the different types of vets. They're not really addressing the root of the problem. And again, I've tried two different vets, and I have bought the prescriptions for the two vets. The only one I didn't buy was from the second vet. I didn't buy the ointment, and that's because, again, I researched and I saw that it didn't work. So I was not going to waste my money on that. And the third vet, I did not buy any of the prescriptions yet. I have still to do that, but again, like I'm saying, if I've already tried two different vets, two different medications and antibiotics, and if they're not working, and another doctor is prescribing me the same thing, another something else for the inflammation and to reduce, antibiotics or to reduce the inflammation, to me, I'm just saying that the pattern, if it's not working the first time and it's not working the second time, why would it work the third time? And really, they're just not that concerned to say, what if it's something else? So that's pretty much what I think right now. Also, my dog has pretty much eaten kibble all his life. I've been giving him bone broth right now and slippery elm, and I've been trying to feed him the raw diet recently. But I'm just trying to do that very carefully because I don't even know if that's a good idea right now. I'm just trying to see how I can solve the inflammation part, and I've tried everything. I've even tried Epsom salt, and nothing seems to work. And I'm just out of ideas. I just don't know what to do. I've talked to vets. I've done it the proper way. They're not telling me exactly what can help. They're not guaranteeing either that the medicine can help. There's not even a percentage chance given or a probability. So I don't know what it is, and I'm just reaching out to you guys. Maybe someone out there knows, and if you could please share your advice or anything you know, I would really, really appreciate that.